I'm Jacob Jackson, and this is my elevator talk on what are the experiences of serving as a head coach and athletic director in a Texas high school. In Chapter 1, I wanted to use this research problem to help me. I one day want to be an athletic director and head coach, so this problem really hit home with me. In Chapter 2, I constructed a literature matrix in which I used 10 peer-reviewed articles to organize my information and topics, which I would then put in my final literature review. In Chapter 4, I wrote a narrative, which is, I think, in my opinion, a skeleton of my literature review. Our problem was the experiences of a head coach and an AD. But our purpose was to understand those experiences from either a head coach and AD point of view, a former player, or an assistant coach of someone who worked under a person who was also the head coach and AD. The need for the study is that people often criticize the coach for everything that goes wrong, which may or may not be true, but it's not always the case. What I found was that by having a supportive spouse at home, being able to manage student athletes' behavior, not just on the field or court, but in the classroom as well, and effectively build those relationships with those student athletes and those assistant coaches, often led to positive experiences. In our methodology, which is Chapter 3, coaches, players, and ADs were interviewed through questionnaires and interviews. Using the EBSCO database, I was able to get those peer-reviewed research articles to put in my literature review. In Chapter 4, our results, I found that those who were able to build a positive relationship had a better experience. For example, if you have a positive relationship with your spouse, you have a 50% success rate. If you're able to build a positive relationship with other administrators, you have an 87% success rate. If you're able to build a successful relationship with homosexual players, you have a 92%, up to a 92% success rate. If you're able to build relationships with teachers, you have a 69% success rate. And if you're able to build a relationship with assistant coaches, you have a 96% success rate. And parents and other stakeholders, if you can build a relationship with them, you have a 33% success rate. In Chapter 5, which is our summary and our conclusion, I found that if you're able to build relationships with people, you will have a positive experience of serving as a head coach and AD. Though this study focuses on Texas high schools, I think that using this information can apply to every single AD and head coach throughout the state of Texas. Thank you and God bless.